What is up, everyone? This is Cher talking and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, let's talk about Threads of Time that just got a new trailer on TGS 2025. For those that do not know, this game was announced 1 year ago and it's like a spiritual successor of sorts to Chrono Trigger, but it's not made by Square, of course. The publisher is called Humble Games and developer is Rio Games. And the game is turn-based, and you see a lot of things that remind you of Chrono Trigger. Sometimes I feel like the art reminds me of Yoshi's Island? I don't know. Okay, so it's 2.5D pixel art powered by Unreal Engine 5 that instantly transports you across breathtaking locales throughout the ages. Explore different eras, assemble your party, and restore the ancient order of the Time Knights. From the majestic age of dinosaurs to the distant future teeming with the mechanical marvels, every era is packed with adventure and secrets waiting to be unhardened. As you navigate this vast tapestry of history, uncover a sinister plot, threatening to unravel the very fabric of time as told throughout striking anime cutscenes. From dinosaurs to mechanical robots, every battle is a test of strength and wit alongside your party. Master the dynamic turn-based combat system that is very similar to Grandia, as you can see here. There's this timeline, and then when you perform the action, you still have to travel through the performing part. Okay, so there are powerful combos, upon your foes, remake history, and save the world. There are pictures, but we can see the trailer as well. So this is the future, and it's interesting that the enemies are scattered all over the field. They don't have a standing position, kind of like Chrono Trigger was as well. You will see the enemies and they will enter, fight exactly where they were. And well, this is not like Square Enix have been doing 2.5D. It's a different technique because it does not try to look like 16-bit. It tries to look like something else, and it's amazing in my opinion. And unlike the Parasite Eve inspired game, this tries to be something else while still doing homage, I believe. And look at these dragons, they look amazing. The buildings, they have high definition. It reminds me a little more of Star Ocean 2R than anything. But the character sprites are still very high resolution, as you can see here. And they have a very different art style. Anyway, I am liking what I'm seeing. Especially the anime cutscenes look amazing. Okay, now let's watch the trailer together and then I will rewind to comment and stuff.
Welcome to the end, hero. When would you like to begin? What fate awaits your past? And what future do you uncover? Remake history.
Prepare to rewind history. So that's the trailer. And now I'll be decreasing the volume a little and I'll be discussing what you saw. And well, right from the start, I already like everything I'm seeing here. They are not trying to copy Chrono Trigger exactly as it is. But of course there's inspiration. Remember Sea of Stars that also draw a lot of inspirations from Chrono Trigger. And it was more about feeling like Chrono Trigger than actually behaving like Chrono Trigger. This game is more about behaving like Chrono Trigger. You can travel to dinosaur ages and the future ages. And you can see that we have this Viking type character, and he is probably from the past. We have a mage that's still probably ancient. The protagonist, I'm not so sure from which age it comes, maybe medieval. And this clock may actually imply that there are multiple paths that you can choose. If that's right, I don't know, that would be probably something like 12 or a little less, I don't know. That's still a lot. I really like what I'm seeing here in the future with flying cars, huh? And like I said, the enemies appear exactly where they were just before it started the fight. And you have this zoom in focused attack that looks amazing. And this character is a wolf that becomes a female character, so you have multiple types, hybrids maybe. And look, this is 1000 AG, probably the era where you recruit the sorcerer character. And this is the art that I said that reminds me a little bit of Yoshi's Island. Attacking the enemies from very afar, it's interesting as well. It looks like they are intelligent. But there's something that I saw here, that when you get attacked, sometimes you change the timeline. See, you attack that enemy and the enemy is now kind of like angry and it's getting closer to their own attack. I don't remember this happening on Grandia. On Grandia, sometimes when you attack the enemy gets a little staggered and it actually delays the enemy attack, not that it will actually make it attack you. So it's still interesting and even more strategic, because you may sometimes think, well, if you want to attack the enemy or not. And here we are seeing the dual techniques, well, combo attacks. There's this Barza character that is somewhat of a mouse, and Rin is the wolf girl, and they are using this attack. And I like that each hit of the attack is draining from the HP gauge, even though there's no hit counter. And this cutscene is also showcasing other types of combo attacks. The robot character is the one that draws a lot more inspiration from Chrono Trigger than any other character I saw here. So that's okay. One character only instead of multiple characters. That means that the game still has some unique identity. I would say that the soundtrack that I saw in the trailer is not as impressive, but I don't know, maybe just the song they chose for this, because they need a good soundtrack to run for such an interesting game. I will be playing it when it releases. I'm hyped, actually. And what about you? Do you want to play another game that behaves like Chrono Trigger instead of just looking like Chrono Trigger? Say here in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to support the channel, we have links in the description as well. I hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.